Ever looked up at the night sky, imagined the vastness of space, and then wondered who exactly is building the rockets that might take us there? Specifically, who owns Spaceship? Not just the idea of a spaceship, but the companies actually making them a reality. It's a question that blends ambition, technology, and a whole lot of money, isn't it? We're living in a new space age, a time when billionaires and corporations are racing to break free from Earth's gravity. It's not just governments anymore. And when we talk about Spaceship, we're really talking about a constellation of companies, each with its own unique ownership structure. So, let's unpack that. First, let's address the big name that often comes to mind, SpaceX. Founded by Elon Musk, SpaceX is a privately held company. That means it's not traded on the public stock market. Instead, ownership is concentrated among a select group of investors, primarily Elon Musk himself. He remains the majority shareholder and the driving force behind the company's ambitious goals, from reusable rockets to colonizing Mars. But it's not just Musk. There are venture capital firms and institutional investors who've poured billions into SpaceX, recognizing its potential. These investors are crucial for funding the expensive research and development required for space exploration. While their exact stakes are not always publicly disclosed, their presence highlights the crucial role of private capital in the modern space race. Then, we have Blue Origin, founded by Jeff Bezos. Similar to SpaceX, Blue Origin is also a privately held company. Bezos, the former CEO of Amazon, has personally funded much of Blue Origin's development, emphasizing his long-term vision for space tourism and future space infrastructure. This dedication to private funding allows Blue Origin to operate with a degree of autonomy, focusing on its own specific goals and timelines. Unlike publicly traded companies, private firms like SpaceX and Blue Origin don't have to release detailed financial information to the public. This lack of transparency can make it challenging to pinpoint the exact ownership breakdown. However, it also allows these companies to pursue high-risk, high-reward projects without the immediate pressure of quarterly earnings reports. Now, let's consider the companies that are publicly traded. Virgin Galactic, founded by Richard Branson, is a prime example. Unlike SpaceX and Blue Origin, Virgin Galactic went public through a special purpose acquisition company, SPAC, merger. This means anyone can buy shares of Virgin Galactic on the stock market, making its ownership much more distributed. Investors from around the world can now own a piece of the company, and its financial performance is subject to public scrutiny. Public ownership brings its own set of challenges and opportunities. While it provides access to vast amounts of capital, it also demands transparency and accountability. Shareholders expect returns on their investment, and the company must navigate the pressures of the stock market. Beyond these major players, there are countless smaller companies and startups developing technologies and components for the space industry. These companies often receive funding from venture capital firms, angel investors, and government grants. Their ownership structures can vary widely, from small teams of founders to larger groups of investors. It's important to recognize that the ownership of Spaceship is not just about individuals or companies. It's about the collective effort of engineers, scientists, and entrepreneurs around the world. It's about the complex web of financial investments, technological innovations, and human aspirations that are driving us toward the stars. The space industry is constantly evolving. New companies are emerging, existing companies are merging, and the landscape of ownership is shifting. This dynamic environment reflects the rapid pace of technological advancement and the growing interest in space exploration. So, while we can identify the major players and their ownership structures today, the future of space ownership remains open and exciting. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.